Welcome back to part 4 of the Resilient Rebel Teacher Reset. We are working today about boundaries. I call them edu boundaries because we know that education continues to start taking. They ask more and more of you, and we give and give because we care so much. But it's really important for our well-being to take care of ourselves. First, we're going to be talking about edu boundaries and sort of decide some of them together. So grab your planner if you have one. If you don't, grab your paper you're working on, and again, all the colors. Okay, let's go. All right, welcome to number 4. We're going to be talking about edu boundaries next, but before we do, I just want to show you this. So every single week, let me just jump forward, sorry, you have a mood tracker. So you want to come up with smiley faces, or I don't know, like it could be even a letter, a number, icon of some variety to say how you are feeling. So if I'm feeling proud, that would be one. Happy, maybe meh. Angry, exhausted, sad, pumped or proud, pumped, I don't know, proud, pumped. I don't know, there might be some. So proud maybe is like ridiculously happy smiley face. Happy is just happy. Angry would be like exhausted. Maybe sad is like tears. Oh, that's really ugly, but sad, whatever. Exhausted. How would you draw exhausted? Maybe just like, and then Z's, something like that. Exhausted, and meh is just like that. I don't know. Anyway, so think about what emotions you're feeling when you're teaching, while you're at school. This is a really good way to track how you're feeling, so that if you are starting to see a pattern of exhaustion, like you take a day off, right? So really monitoring yourself. Please don't judge me on my very ugly faces. Okay, edu boundaries. So edu boundaries are are clear lines between one's professional and personal life. So there's a bunch of different ones. So there's time, digital, emotional, mental, financial or material, and physical. So flipping forward, we're gonna just go through, and this is again like where you can sort of highlight which ones that are important to you. So mental, setting realistic expectations for workload and recognizing when it is necessary to delegate tasks. That is for sure for me. I definitely need, I'm so hard on myself. So realistic expectations are really important. Establish edu boundaries around taking breaks or days off to recharge and avoid mental exhaustion. For sure. So I need to take breaks during my breaks. I don't think I'm going to pre-plan days off, but I will definitely take them when I need them. Engage in activities outside of teaching. Yes, for sure. So hobbies and creative endeavors, we're doing that. So absolutely, we're doing that. Avoid financial and material is personal budgets, financial goals, to avoid overextending oneself financial. So I just need to do a budget for sure. I need to do some financial goals. I'm not worried about overextending myself, but I definitely need to just know where that money is going and start saving for our future. Don't lend money to students. Of course, we don't do that. I have bought a freezie for kids, or like if they were struggling and they need to buy a Christmas present, I have done that, but it wasn't a loan. Establishing limits on personal spending, for sure. So we could spend so much money, right? The money never stops. So maybe just setting a cap about what you're comfortable spending. I'm going back into the classroom after 2 years, so I've been really excited. I've been buying like stuffies and all this stupid stuff, and I'm just like so excited. So I've been spending too much money, and I definitely need to slow down or stop. But I don't set a limit, because I don't know, if you're doing STEM in your class, you need stuff. I definitely try and ask my parents about contributing as well. Physical boundaries, so creating a physical workspace at home separate from personal living areas. So I don't work at home. That's not a thing for me. That might be a thing for you if you're working online. I'm not gonna really bring any work home. I don't really do that anymore. I might, because I'm coming back, I might have to do it a couple times, but I'm not concerned. Setting edgy boundaries about physical exertion, prioritizing rest, exercise, and ergonomics. Yeah, that's something definitely I need to think about, but I'm not going to do that. I think establishing limits on physical contact. So I'm going to say this one, but that sounds sort of bizarre. I'm not saying that, but like, I feel like my desk area, I always try and make it my desk area. Don't come into my desk area. Don't take my stapler. You have your own stapler. And every time I cave, because they need a stapler and I just want to get it done, right? Every time they break my stapler or they lose it, or I have to go find it, whatever it may be. So I want my desk area to be my desk area. You don't go, there are boundaries, don't touch my stuff. Time boundaries, setting specific time to start and end work-related tasks. Yeah, so maybe setting a timer. I've seen people do that. I find that it doesn't take me very long to do that. I'm definitely used to that, but I definitely want to, like I go to work, let's say at 8:30 and I leave at 4. Like, those are my hours. That's what happens. Establishing clear boundaries around what is appropriate for students and parents to contact. So, this is something that I have in my store. I actually have a email signature boundary about I will be checking my emails from 8:30 to 9 each day. In order for me to be my best teacher self, I need to be present with the students, and I will not be checking emails. If there's something an emergency, please reach out to the office. So, and also I don't let people contact me then. I just don't look. I don't have my email on my phone. Yeah, so designated times for checking and responding to emails. I do that. Setting personal, and sorry, I'm gonna just go back to this. So I say that I answer mine 8:30 to 9. If you put it out right away in September, like, hey, I'm so-and-so, I want to be your kid's best teacher, so I'm setting up these parameters. I've never had anyone, I thought I was going to get like, in trouble, or people tell me that's crazy. Nobody said that. And I actually answered an email after that time once, and the parent was like, oh, I thought you didn't answer emails then. Like, and they were like pleasantly surprised. So they get it, I think. Yeah, personal guidelines on social media. Don't follow your students, of course. Being really careful about what you post, what you talk about. Limiting screen time. absolutely. This is so important, I think, for us. I didn't really realize until COVID time, because I was working at home, talking to my students all day on a screen. Well, I was talking to myself on the screen, but anyway. And then I was on my phone and my brain just broke. So definitely getting off screens and taking that time. Find crossword puzzles or word searches, or, there's so many other things to do, sticker books or whatever. Like, there's so many different activities. Go to Chapters and find some fun things to do other than being on your phone. Emotional edu boundaries. Recognizing the emotional toll of teaching and seeking support or counseling when needed. Yeah, for sure. Teaching is a lot. I've had therapy about teaching before. It was really helpful to sort of put things in context. I think that's something definitely that we need as teachers, to have like a safe sounding board, for sure. Whether that be a safe colleague that that's going to keep it between you and them, or someone more professional. Maintaining professional edu boundaries by avoiding disclosing personal information or seeking emotional support from students. Yeah. Build up some colleagues to help you, or if they're not in your building, other colleagues that or friends that you can go to, for sure. And self-reflection and self-care to effectively manage emotions, for sure. So that's why we're planning our self-care throughout our month, right? That we're taking care. So building your edu boundaries is, you want to think about going through these examples. What are some edu boundaries that you're going to set? Like, what are you bad at? Like, are you bad at staying at work late? Are you bad at spending so much money? Are you bad at like caring too much? Like, that's something that I definitely struggle with. Like, there needs to be sort of a line, right? So think about things, people, behaviors that really bothered you. So maybe it's a colleague coming into your room and distracting you. Like, you can set boundaries for that and just really kindly say, I need quiet time right now. And as things come up that really bother you, pay attention and try and come up with a boundary around them. You really need to protect your well-being. So I want you to brainstorm below. So I'm gonna do my email signature for sure about times that I'm going to answer. My desk area for sure. Work hours. I think that's something, like, I always think like the first week it's just whatever. You just do it for the first week and then you start slowly bringing it back, because the first week, well, one, at the end of the day I'm toast, so I just need to go home and nap. But it's a lot the first week, so you're sort of running. Yeah, and maybe just setting up some colleague, safe person to talk to, whoever that be. So edu boundaries can be uncomfortable to share. Including them in your email signature about times that you will answer your emails or meet the teacher note home on the first day will make it clear that parents know exactly what to expect. Remember, clear is kind. Yeah, so that's exactly what I do. There is a resource in my store if you're interested, or you can just write it yourself and put it in your email signature. It's up to you. But these are the things I think I really want to work on. And I think for me, having quiet alone time, and I know, like, I'm laughing at myself about that, like, quiet alone time does not happen in schools, but I think during breaks when I'm not on duty or whatever, like, just having some quiet space in my own classroom, I think would really help me be able to reset. All right, please complete this. And then we're gonna head over to the last part 5, all about our mission statement, which I think is really, really cool. So hope this was helpful. Make sure you head on over to part 5.